To this webinar. My name is Liliana Mendoza, and I will be discussing language and literacy development. There are 5 branches of linguistics, which are phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, and pragmatics. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper into each one. Phonology is a branch of linguistics that studies the sound systems of languages. It focuses on how sounds function within a particular language or languages, including the organization of sounds, their patterns, and their relationships. Some examples include phonemes, which are the individual sounds in words, syllables, which is how a word is divided into parts, onset and rhyme, which is the beginning part of a word, and then the vowel and everything after is the rhyme, and rhyming, which are words that have the same ending. Another example is blending individual phonemes to make a word and segmenting a word into its individual phonemes. The way that phonology applies to literacy development is that phonology provides the foundation for understanding the relationship between sounds and written symbols. Morphology is the branch of linguistics that studies the structure and form of words in a language. It examines how words are built from smaller units. Morphology analyzes how morphemes combine to convey different meanings and grammatical functions, helping us understand the internal structure of words and how they relate to each other within a language. Some examples include root words and affixes, like suffixes and prefixes, and adding inflectional endings, which changes the meaning of the word. The way that morphology applies to literacy development is that morphology helps learners understand how words are built and how meaning is conveyed through word parts. Syntax is the set of rules and principles that govern the structure and arrangement of words, phrases, and sentences in a language. It determines how different elements are combined to produce grammatically correct and meaningful sentences. Some examples include basic sentence structure and subject-verb agreement. The way that syntax applies to literacy development is that syntax helps learners understand how words are organized to form meaningful sentences. Semantics is a branch of linguistics and philosophy that studies the meaning of words, phrases, sentences, and texts. It explores how language conveys meaning, how meanings are structured, and how they relate to each other and to the real world. Some examples include words with more than one meaning and synonyms and antonyms. The way that semantics applies to literacy development is that semantics influences how individuals understand, interpret, and produce language. And lastly, we have pragmatics, which is a branch of linguistics that studies how context influences the way language is interpreted. It focuses on understanding how people use language in real life situations and how meaning is conveyed beyond just the literal words spoken or written. Some examples include understanding implied meaning and understanding idioms. The way that pragmatics applies to literacy development is that it helps individuals to understand and use language effectively. It involves the use of language rules that go beyond grammar and vocabulary. Understanding these components is essential to assisting students with exceptionalities. So, understanding phonology helps identify and address speech sound disorders, improving decoding skills and phonemic awareness in students with exceptionalities. Morphology assists in understanding word formation, enabling students to expand vocabulary and grasp complex words. Syntax supports comprehension and sentence structure understanding, essential for reading comprehension and expressive language. Semantics enhances meaning making, aiding students in understanding vocabulary and context for better reading communication. And pragmatics guides social language use, improving communication skills and social interactions critical for literacy development. I wanted to discuss 2 instructional strategies to support literacy development. So, one is phonological awareness activities. These activities focus on developing students' awareness of sounds in spoken language through games like rhyming, segmenting, and blending sounds. Research shows that strengthening phonological skills foundationally supports literacy development, especially for students struggling with sound letter relationships and decoding skills. Shared book reading with questioning is another instructional strategy. This strategy involves interactive read aloud sessions where educators ask open ended questions, encourage children to make predictions, and discuss story content. It promotes vocabulary development, comprehension, and expressive language skills by actively engaging children in meaningful conversations about text. I hope you learned about linguistics and literacy development, and thank you for attending this webinar.